And we're back to another episode of Spirit of Justice. We were just about to head over to Trucy, to the detention center to see Trucy, excuse me. But I'm going to do some examining around the office first before we do that. At least I think we can do it, right?
I just watered Charlie, so he's looking pretty perky.
For a guy whose desk is always a big jumbled mess, Mr. Wright never forgets to water Charlie.
Sometimes I catch him staring at that plant and smiling. Let's hold some special meeting for him.
Could be. He did say Charlie's been in this office since his first days as a lawyer. He doesn't seem to want to talk about it much, though.
One thing's for sure, Charlie is no ordinary plant.
Charlie is the spirit of Mia. Mr. Wright sure has a lot of law books and old case files.
It sure looks that way, doesn't it? But take a closer look. Most of those books and files have to do with magic.
Oh wow, you're right. They're just hidden behind law book covers.
Little by little, Trucy's taking over the whole office with her magic equipment.
I hate to admit it, but recently, I sometimes feel like I'm going to forget I'm even a lawyer when I'm here.
Sounds like Trucy's magic is starting to take over your brain, too.
With everyone's personal items littering the office, this place is as messy as ever.
Yeah, take this loud jacket of yours, for example. It's been sitting there forever.
Loud? What do you mean loud? I love that jacket.
Oh yeah? Why don't you ever wear it then?
Well, last time I wore that jacket...
Oh, Polly, I'm so happy for you. You finally decided to take the plunge. Now you're ready for your stand-up comedy debut. You, Daddy, and Athena should form a group. I can see it now. Primary color punchlines.
Let's just say that jacket brings back painful memories.
Huh?
Oh, Polly.
I've always thought these shelves were a little awkward and hard to use.
Yeah, the shape doesn't really lend itself well to the concept of shelves. I mean, there's a hole in the top part and everything.
Did you ever notice that every now and then, things disappear when you put them inside? It's like the shelves remember that they used to be a magic prop or something.
Not the most useful piece of furniture in the world, to say the least.
I wonder what kinds of trick Trucy uses these things for. Like this little guillotine, for example.
Well, a human head definitely wouldn't fit. So maybe something small and fuzzy?
Ew, that's disgusting! Not to mention cruel. Trucy would never do anything like that.
Huh. You didn't get mad that time Trucy put my head in a guillotine.
That's because you perform your role with such gusto. I mean, your screams are so realistic, I couldn't stop laughing.
That's because they were 100% real. It's yet another magic prop. A prop. Oh.
Ooh, a hoop. I'm really good at that. How about you?
Nope. I just don't seem to have the knack for it. Okay. Alright, this dialogue kind of bothers me. Either Apollo's just kind of not admitting it in front of Athena, or they just kind of retcon it. But I'm pretty sure back in Apollo Justice, the video game, he did say he was good at hula hoops. So, I don't even know.
I figured as much. After all, you're not really in tune with your body.
You do realize this hoop is used for the levitating woman trick, right?
What? It's not for hula dancing?
And since you're really good at that...
No, what I meant was...
I think I'll recommend you to Trucy for the assistant role then. You can take over for me.
What did I hula myself into?
Nice comeback, Apollo. It's really nice when Apollo has someone to troll. Because everyone trolls him. Okay, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Alright, off we go. To the detention center. Oh, Trucy. Poor Trucy. What can we even say to her?
Oh, Polly, Athena.
Trucy, are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
We saw the news about the accident on TV.
Guess I can't Houdini my way out of this one. I got arrested and everything.
Well, Trucy, I really hate to break it to you, but since you are a lawyer's assistant, this is going to happen to you.
They say I'm the one who caused the accident.
But that's not true, right?
To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I have no idea how an accident like that could have happened. The trick went off without a hitch, I'm sure of that much. Still, the police just won't listen to me. They've already decided that it was all my fault. I'm exhausted after all their questions.
Looks like she's been able to hang in there, at least.
Yeah, she really is one tough cookie. I know you're tired, but can you tell us a little bit about the accident?
Yes, of course. Go ahead and ask me anything. I'll be fine.
Are you sure, Trucy? Alright, before we do anything... The security camera stares at us with its cold, unblinking eye. I don't know why, but it gives me the heebies, with a side order of jeebies. The guard is just standing there completely motionless. And Athena keeps making faces at him, trying to make him crack at least a smile.
Ooh, I think I made him smirk a little.
Come on, leave the poor guy alone, Athena. It's the microphone for speaking with people on the other side of the glass. Athena's trying to stump the guard with trivia questions.
Oh, this guy's good. He answers in a blink of an eye without batting an eyelash or moving a muscle.
Is he that bored? Poor guy! Alright, back to the matter at hand. For starters, can you help us understand what happened? In today's show, there was a dead body in the coffin. How did that happen? Was there some kind of accident?
I don't really know. The coffin was supposed to be empty when I opened it. But instead, Mr. Rias's body was in there.
That must have been a huge shock for you.
And when the dragon set piece fell down at the end, was that an accident too?
It must have been. I have no idea how or why that happened either. Nothing went the way it was supposed to. I still can't believe Mr. Rias is actually dead.
As tough as she is, this is obviously taking a toll on her.
But how did Mr. Rias' body get into the coffin in the first place?
Trucy, we need you to tell us the secret of the trick.
You know what they say, a magician never reveals her secrets.
Can we not have a repeat of Case 3 of Apollo Justice, please?
But I guess I should make an exception this time.
Thank you!
But if you ever tell anybody, I'll make you my guinea pig for every single new magic trick from now on.
Don't worry, I'm a lawyer, remember? Client confidentiality is part of the job. So let's call this trick Trucy's Great Escape. How did you get out of the coffin?
Alright, here goes. I'll reveal the trick just for you two. Prepare yourselves for an exclusive explanation by magical girl Trucy Wright. There's a secret trapdoor in the stage that leads down to the understage passage.
A trapdoor? So when did you slip down into the understage passage?
Remember when Mr. Hat was on stage holding a sword next to the coffin? Well, by then, I had already escaped from the coffin and was waiting understage. And while I was down there, I did several things to get ready for the next part.
What technique? Okay, so what happened next?
Mr. Hat was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. There's a cushion up there that acts as a shock absorber when Mr. Hat hits it. Meanwhile, I popped back up onto the stage through a different trapdoor. And voila! The switch is complete!
I had no idea all that was happening. I was convinced you were still in the coffin.
That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there.
In other words, you make us see illusions, right?
We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is.
I get it. It's kind of like a magical bluff.
Huh. But there's no escaping the fact that the victim's body was actually in the coffin. It wasn't empty like it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. The last thing in the world I expected to see in there was Mr. Rias.
Could he have climbed in there by mistake? I should get back to asking Trucy about the accident. Can you tell us more about the victim? The great Mr. Rias. Who exactly is this Mr. Rias? You said he used to belong to Troupe Gramarye, right?
Wait, you don't know who the great Mr. Rias is, Apollo? He's super famous. He's all people talk about on TV.
Really? I just assumed he was one of Trucy's assistants.
Way to diss the dead, Apollo.
So how did the two of you come to perform together, Trucy?
Well, like I said, he used to be a member of Troupe Gramarye. He was a protege of my granddaddy, Magnifique Gramarye. So the TV station arranged for us to perform together this time because of that connection.
Did he continue performing as a magician after he left Troupe Gramarye?
No, he got injured while practicing for a show about 13 years ago. That's why he left the troupe. After that, he took a break from magic for a while.
I'm pretty sure it's a recent thing, him getting famous again. I only started seeing him on TV again maybe last year.
I had nothing but respect for Mr. Rias as a magician. I can't tell you how sad I am this happened.
I can't imagine how traumatic it must be to have someone die during your big show.
Oh, but hey! Don't worry, I'm fine. I have to stay strong for my fans.
Trucy! Are you really fine? Come on, you can't lie to Apollo. Huh? My bracelet is reacting. People tend to unconsciously tense up when they're trying to hide something. When I pick up on their distress, the bracelet around my wrist starts to feel tight. I guess this means that Trucy's trying to hide something from me. Well, I guess I should give my bracelet a touch. I can see things others can't. The slightest twitch, gesture, or change in expression. Yes, I can see it all when I'm concentrating intensely like this, with your eyes bulging. And when people are feeling tense, they sometimes reveal a certain habit or little tick. I'll just shift my viewpoint around until I find Trucy's nervous tick. Trucy seems to share the same tick as Naruhodo Ryunosuke. Okay, I think I found her telltale tick. Now to listen carefully to every word and see what she gets shifty-eyed over. Then I'll perceive whatever she seems nervous about to get to the bottom of things. Come on, Trucy. You should know by now that you can't hide anything from me.
Don't tell me that your bracelet reacted.
Yep.
And here I thought my smile was going to do the trick. Looks like I broke the first rule of being a magician.
A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face, right? I remember hearing you say that before.
That's right. It's a grammary motto that my daddy used to say before he passed away. I'll never forget it. It's one of the few precious memories I have of him.
But you can't keep everything inside, Trucy. You'll burst. Why don't you tell me what's bothering you?
I can't! If I did, you wouldn't believe in me anymore.
That's not true. As an entertainer, you believe in always keeping a smile on your face. And as a lawyer, I have a belief that's important to me as well.
Your attorney's badge?
I swore on this badge that I would always believe in my client to the bitter end. That's the cornerstone of being a good lawyer. Mr. Wright taught me as much. So no matter what you tell me, I'm going to keep on believing in you, Trucy. All I ask is for you to have a little faith in me too.
All right. Thanks, Polly. Polly, what if I made a mistake?
What do you mean?
What if it really was me who stabbed Mr. Rios?
What makes you say that?
Well, in my escape trick, I used both a real sword and a rubber sword. I switched the real sword for the rubber sword just before I stab it into the coffin. So even if somebody had been in there, the rubber sword shouldn't have hurt them.
But Mr. Rios was found dead in the coffin.
I know! It just doesn't make any sense! I know I swapped the swords!
You're absolutely sure?
Positive! I practiced that trick hundreds of times with no mistakes. I remember very clearly swapping the swords this time too. But could I have made a mistake this time?
Could she really have...
Well, I'd better get going.
Huh? Where to?
To practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away.
You're really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night too?
Yep, because everything's gotta be just right. Maybe I really did kill Mr. Rias.
Trucy? No. Trucy.
The worst possible mistake I could make. Such a horrific accident right in the middle of my show. And yet, all I can think about is... now that this has happened, Troop Grammary will get its performance rights pulled. There will never be another show. Everything my family worked so hard for will be gone forever. And poor Mr. Rias had his whole life and a great career ahead of him. I ruined everything. I destroyed it all. I took it all away. Polly, I'm ready to pay for what I did.
Trucy, I don't think you did anything wrong.
You don't?
I've had one question going through my mind this whole time. Was this accident really your fault?
What do you mean?
I don't have any proof or anything. It's just... I don't think you'd ever make a mistake like that.
Apollo.
I saw how hard you worked on your tricks, staying up late every night to practice. And I know you. You always get everything picture perfect.
Nobody's perfect all of the time.
Still, I think something else caused Mr. Rias' death, not any mistake of yours. After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right?
Yes, I remember doing it.
Then I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy.
But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but...
I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence. Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Oh. Oh. My baby.
Thank you, Apollo. Thank you for believing in me. I'm going to believe in you too.
Good.
I'm sorry. I need a tissue.
Can I give her a hug? I've never seen Trucy cry like this before. She always seems so strong. But maybe sometimes she's just putting on a brave face. She's still just a kid, after all. Somebody tell these two! So, I have to ask to make it official, but will you let me defend you?
Yes, I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day.
Right. She seems fine now.
Trucy! Let's win this trial together!
Unlike some people. Athena! Can you blame her? She can sense the feelings in people's hearts, okay? Well, we better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena. Wipe that nose and let's go.
Excuse you? Do you see any snot on my face, Apollo?
Yeesh. Talk about an emotional roller coaster.
We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater where the body was found.
Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. Someone probably will.
If you're going to Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor?
Of course. What is it?
I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room.
Sure, we can pick it up for you.
That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it.
Wow, I wonder what's in it.
The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black. You can't miss it. Thanks in advance! And with that, I've gotta go. It seems they've got more questions for me.
Alright, see you later, Trucy. So, should we investigate the stage first, or go get the notebook?
It must be so hard for Trucy. You saw how bravely she held back her tears.
Maybe you should practice a little of that bravely holding back your tears thing, too. And by maybe, I mean your nose is running again.
Enough with the snot shaming! Haven't you ever heard the song, "Into each life some boogers must fall"?
I'll take your word for it. You're just making that up. I'm pretty sure you are.
We have to investigate the Penrose Theater from top to bottom, and talk to every single person involved as well.
Wow, you're really fired up.
Of course! Trucy's entire future depends on this.
The agency's entire financial future, too. Can confirm Trucy runs the whole office. Alright, let us move to the Penrose Theater then. The person you are trying to call is not available. After the tone, please record.
Ugh, I've tried calling Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up. We left him some voicemails, so he'll probably call once he gets them.
He's going to flip out when he hears what happened to Trucy. Hey, this is the place, the theater where that magical murder happened. Oh yeah, wonder if they brought the dead body out yet. I hear they already arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl. Yeah, a high school student. Can you believe it? Kids these days. What's with all the curious bystanders? They sure are kicking up a fuss.
How dare they call Trucy a murderer? They've got some nerve.
We can't let people think that about her. We have to defend her. Apollo? Is that you? Yo! Emma? It's sure been a while. How have you been? Oh, can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages. Emma is not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her. Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we better get going. Wow, Apollo! Good job!
Hey, wait a minute.
What? Was it something I said? You're darn right it's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We've got heaps to catch up on. They're all we've been through. You're not still mad at me about something, are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
Who's this, Apollo? A distant cousin or something?
No, Emma's a detective I've had the, pleasure of working with before. Hello, I'm Emma Skye, forensic investigator. Look at her. Look at her, she's so proud of herself. What? So you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator? Yeah, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. That's great, Emma. I bet the exam was really hard, huh? Oh, it was a cinch. Yeah, sure it is, Miss, I've taken this exam so many times. Really? Because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is, I'm not a plain old detective anymore.
So no more boring old investigations for me. I'm so happy I could haunt the whole world.
Coming from you, that's really something.
Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminal testing, DNA analysis. Emma Sky is raring to go, so bring it on.
Wow, I guess it's goodbye, grumpy clouds. Hello, fanatical sun.
She's very cheerful, isn't she? Is it because of the weather or something?
She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back then when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. She was always munching on chocolate snackoos to relieve her stress.
Snackoos and stress are a thing of the past.
I don't think so. I said goodbye to both of them. And may you never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Murder? Don't you mean the accident? Oh, then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now. What? Just so you know, I heard that the prosecution is going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Rias.
What? Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder?
Emma, please, tell us everything you know.
Of course, anything to help Trucy.
Atta girl. We're gonna talk to her in the next video because we are now out of time. I'm actually gonna do an examination next time too. So, see you guys then.